In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, Reese, the best that ever did it. And I am your host of the Morning Max Show. But I got a beautiful show for you guys today. Woo! Today is Wellness Wednesday. As you all may know, Wellness Wednesday. Before we dive into that, let me introduce my co-host, my guest, my girl Friday, but she's here on Wellness Wednesday.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful sister from another mister. Or maybe the same one. I don't know how many closets skeletons my daddy's got in his closet.
Maybe he's like Robert De Niro and you getting ready to have another sibling at the age of 79.
What? What? I saw something pop up about that. Like, that's what it was. That's what people are complaining about now, that he's knocking people up at the age of 9?
But before I get into that, I want to say good morning to my men, my many men, many men.
So little time.
The fabulous men in my life, and two of them are here each and every day with me. First of all, one is our super producer, Mr. Molly Mall, Mr. Molly C. Moss Boss. Good morning. No, I'm sorry. Grand Rising. Got to get it right.
Don't smoke in the camera. I'll smoke this way off camera. No, nobody likes that I'm a smoker.
I did to my songbird, my beautiful songbird, who was fabulous last night. He was a cameraman. He was on it all.
Oh my God.
He was the cameraman. He was lighting. He was the timekeeper. He was everything.
Wait till we go to Hollywood, baby. Hollywood. We're on that fast train.
Here we go.
If it helps, it don't take much to be there to support.
Trey was there, support, and he showed out, and that's why I love him so much. I want to thank. I didn't realize when I met this young man how much of a blessing he would be to me, as in helping and supporting me along the way. Because it was so funny. Because I gave him a card because I thought somebody told him to come and ask about the Morning Max Show, and I said, "Well, what is it that you do?" I said, "You want to go up?" I thought he was another comedian. He was like, "No." I said, "What is you that you do?" And he said, "That's why I sing a little bit." I said, "Well, here, come on the show. Come on the show and sing." I would have never thought that when Trey showed up, he would show out. That I said, "Oh, I like him." He come back a couple more times to be a guest.
We're gaslighting him. We're not gaslighting him. We love him.
Next
morning, from yesterday's topic. He said, "I gaslight."
You guys are talking about gaslighting.
Come on, Molly. When they gas me, nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No, Trey,
You
the
know, I
price
don't
of gas is
gaslight.
getting too high to be gaslighting people anymore.
Oh, I know. I'm already hit. Trust me.
Woo!
But
I don't
yeah,
gaslight like that
I
because
do
I
believe it.
can't.
But yeah, I introduced myself to you. I liked your set. You know, we already know that same conversation we had yesterday. That crowd, it can be a tough crowd at times. You know, so I commend anybody who can keep pushing forward regardless, because I can't imagine myself. I might be funny to some people sometimes or whatever, but I don't imagine myself standing up there with a full set. Good morning, Miss Kim. I don't imagine myself standing up there with a full set for 10 minutes just talking, and then people are silent and they're not laughing. I feel like I would lose everything about everything that I remember. So I definitely commend y'all, comedians, or anyone who gets up there to perform an instrument or play an instrument, or sing, or whatever it is that they do. I definitely commend you for being able to do what you do, because that can be tough.
Thank you. You know, when I get up there, I try not to get the silent. You know, I try to like listen to hear. I try to play to the audience, and if I gotta come out there and sit on your lap, I will.
Yes,
Trust me, you gonna tell me stop.
DJ Slicky, hey, right? DJ Slicky Woo Boo was good. What's up? I just see him come in. He said, "What it do, peep?" So what it do, y'all?
He was being bad yesterday. I ain't gonna talk about DJ Slicky. All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna tell Mama.
Oh
Babe?
yeah.
He's gonna tell Mama. What's he gonna tell Mama? What will you do?
Oh yeah, you just gotta rewatch the live to know what he said.
You know,
rewatch the live to know what he said, because I was laughing at that this morning. I watched it before we got in here.
For the people y'all who don't know, I didn't even send out my invites and invitations to Instagram, the Twitter, or even the Facebook. They don't know we live, y'all. I don't know, but we had a dynamite show at Bar 210 yesterday. The fun was there. The silly was there. The energy was there. Look, the moves like Jaggers was there. The dance moves. It was definitely fun.
I don't know what got into you last night.
Me and Michelle was hosting Bar 210.
I ain't seen that toddy. I was wondering if somebody bought you a shot or something from the bar, or gave you one of them 1800 shots or something, because you was.
Did you see it last night?
You was making it do what it do.
Snacks from her titties. It was a great time.
Yeah, we watched. Yeah, I was gonna say we had viewers. You know, we had some viewers online.
Look, y'all was eating cookies and y'all was eating good off these titties.
Thank you. Thank you.
If I felt like getting up and I wasn't on the live, I'd go get the chip can and I'd start crushing last night when I got home.
Exactly.
You thought I didn't take that juice and them cook? No, I said I'm getting my pay. Somebody gonna pay me.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get chips.
You get paid. You get paid. Them big bosoms really are her life. They really do.
You had a cold side, and then you had a warm side. You had hot ham and cheese. Shit, you pulling out.
That was my favorite.
Popcorn and shit. I said, damn.
You don't even know. We bought that sandwich and it was cold.
Yeah. You seen the cheese melted. You seen the sandwich all flat and soft and shit. Man, oh wow. Oh, wowzers. Yeah.
It was like a panini breast. Just call me panini breast.
You got the panini makers. You're welcome with the panini makers.
Oh gosh.
But the energy was there, like I was saying.
We was watching y'all last night.
Like I was saying last night. Oh yeah. I definitely had the live up. I think the live is the best way to go for right now until because I told you I was going to look online and figure out how to condense videos and stuff and make it smaller to be able to send on email. But for now, just to have it, I think the live is the best way to go.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, if y'all noticed, if y'all noticed, it was a gap, and that's because my phone died for 2 or 3 minutes. I forgot to plug it up the whole time, so it was running for like 46 minutes.
Wow!
My phone started saying powering off. I'm like, oh shit! But yeah, I was able to catch the whole thing. Other than like 5 minutes or so, I was able to catch the whole thing from the beginning to the last. I like the lady at the end. I like her energy regardless of how she. Yeah, like her acting.
Yeah, she's good.
Hey Michelle, I am she Michelle. Hey,
the last act was Danny Williams.
Say it again.
Danny Williams. That was the
The last
Yeah.
one.
And
the
the,
last
Danny
the
Rose.
lady with
Yeah.
the blue that had the blue outfit on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the last one
She
you
seemed
called?
like she was an actor. Lee was saying that she was like one of them ladies from the Tyler Perry movie, and I can't remember the name right now, but I can show you exactly what she looks like. I can show you a beautiful woman, but I can show you exactly what she looks like. I don't remember the movie at the moment. I gotta look at it, but I'm gonna show that to you later.
You know what? I think I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of her name either, but she's beautiful.
You know, it really looks just like her.
Ooh.
But it was fun. Y'all did as best as y'all could with what was available. I would like to work on getting some more people in there. But I feel like y'all with what y'all had a blast. Y'all did as best y'all could do. Y'all had fun doing it too. So that's what matters.
I had 4 people to show up for me. We need to get every comedian. If every comedian bring 2 people, and then their 2 people bring 2 people, we can have a ball. But a lot of people will say that it's the distance. But come on,
Come on, Lee was from Old Town Alexandria, and Lee came out with us.
The comedians come from Baltimore. The comedians come out from all over to perform to make you guys laugh. So it's free. Look, you use my name, you get it free. You get $5 tacos, and you get some $5 margaritas, and you can sit back, laugh, and have a good time. And see a bunch of comedians. You never know who will stop by. You never know. We might have Chris Thomas one day. You never know who you might stop. Rob Gordon. We never know who you may entertain. The entertainer would stop.
We can't gaslight them though, because it is free to get in. So we can't gaslight.
Well, I'm saying if they mention my name, it's free. Is that not they may have
gaslighting is lying, ladies and gentlemen, is what you said. It is free.
Mention my name and it's free, but mention my name.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. If you mention my name, it's free. If you don't mention my name, it's free.
But she's gonna grab us back soon. Come on out there.
It's free.
It's free and fun, and they get to see you whip things out of your bosoms. Your snacks out of your bosoms.
The truth. One bang, one sound. It's free. I'm not even gonna play with y'all today.
Why not? We love to play. We're gonna be going out again tonight to play, aren't we? Aren't we, beautiful Lucy Cup?
Yes, I got to get my rest and to make sure I take my vitamins. When I get it, man, when I got it in yesterday, even though I whooped all this stuff on my breast, I didn't eat it and I was starving. I couldn't get any food because it was late when we got home. So I got some chips and a banana. Okay, because I was thinking that there was some leftover tuna fish in there, leftover chicken from when I cooked dinner Sunday, make chicken salad, or leftover dogs from Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. No, when I got in there, it was no leftover Saturday food, no leftover Sunday food, no leftover Monday food.
Where it go? It walk away?
My son.
Did it walk away?
My son, Tyree, killed it all. I said, damn, you killed all the
that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
Baby. Mm-hmm. I could really lose weight, live with my son, and go hungry. And no, people, there was nothing else that I could fix quick to eat. I would have to get in there, defrost some food, and actually cook. And I didn't have it in me. I was like, I was so tired. So I ate that banana. I bought 2 bananas because I know I would have one for breakfast. So I ate the banana and took my meds and went on to bed. Slicky called me and cussed me out because he was like, I don't know where you was at. I don't know where you was after 1 o'clock. You didn't call. I was tired. I got undressed and I literally.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
How long have we been going out together, and how many nights have I gotten you home safely now? I think I'm going to tell Mama that somebody's a little codependent, DJ Slicky Woo Boo.
Every night.
You're a strong, independent woman. You know to get
fly down the street like a bat out of hell. So, yeah.
Thank you, Trey.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, yes, you.
I drive
Michelle,
defensively.
the
I
judge
drive
for last night's
defensively in the
improv.
DMV.
Yes, Judge Pucciarelli from improv last night.
Judge
Yes.
Booby.
Judge
Yeah,
Booby.
but Judge Booby, yeah, that's what it was. Now we
Did
put
y'all
your
enjoy
name.
the last
Justice.
night improv?
You said what?
Did y'all enjoy it? The improv.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
They was funny. It was silly. So we'll be back there next Tuesday. Hopefully we have a bigger crowd. You know, a lot of stuff was going on last night too. And a lot of our friends that wanted to be there couldn't because they had prior engagements. They was at the DC Improv. And I get it. If you go to the DC Improv versus Bar 210, which one would you pick? I got to perform here or come over there and perform. So
where's the money at? That's what I'm looking for.
I don't know. You know what? I think it's about time we start cloning ourselves, guys, because there's too many places for us to have to go and play and have fun at.
Clone my account. Shit.
Right there. I know that's right, Trey. Trey said, where's the money? Bring on the money.
Exactly. Where's the money? Well, Elon Musk just started following me from his personal account on Instagram. So I feel like dollar bills, y'all, are going to be coming soon. Come on, I'm pretty. I'm smart. Elon Musk on Instagram. He just started following me from his personal account. I am not a robot.
Now,
this is really me.
Is Michelle getting gaslight, y'all?
Yeah, you getting gaslit by electric car. Yeah, electric company.
Not
you get gaslit. No.
Right, Trey. Does it still, I mean, I know it's Wellness Wednesday, but does it still baffle anybody that there are catfish still floating around these days? Like, we saw the TV show. We know people get scams every day through the internet and through the interwebs. What?
It's to me WhatsApps and messengers and shit, video calls on everything. The low budget, the $50 phones from Walmart and Dollar General.
So the government phone?
Well, I don't know nothing about that. But I know about the $50 phones from Walmart, Dollar General, that you can still video chat. No reason. If you're getting catfished in this era, that's your dumbass fault because.
I won't say it like that because
people.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What happened, Reese? What kind of story you want to tell us? What kind of story you want? Yeah, what kind of story you want to tell us? Come on. Let's talk about
people get catfish because they not
Financial
knowing
Wellness Wednesday.
Not knowing, you know, because they say they see you on Facebook and they friends with your friends, and you think that they know you or you know them, right? And they say, "Oh, you beautiful," and try to talk to you, you know. So you're like, "Oh, okay. Hey, can we go out on a date?" A homeless man tried to catfish me, and thank God to Tracy. Tracy said, "Reese, that dude is homeless." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Because he keep trying to come over to your house and look at him, and he's taking pictures out at the harbor. He's taking Tracy just knew the dude was homeless. So in the conversation, because he didn't know me, but he played like he know me. He said that he just broke up with his girlfriend a week ago. And I said, what? I said, and how long did you say you've been stalking me? Looking at my picture and stuff? He lied.
You said stalking?
Not homeless at the MGM.
No, not that harbor, the one in Baltimore.
Oh,
but he's homeless with his cell phone?
Damn.
His best life? What?
He was down there at Pigtown. He was over there in the blue lights in the abandoned houses. So he said that right now he said he got a car, but he's looking for a place to stay. I was like, damn, Tracy did not. A man know another man.
Did you see the car?
And Tracy, no, because I wouldn't go out with him. Because he kept saying, let me come to your house. Let me come. And I was like, when you keep saying, let me come to your house and pushing that's scary. I said, let's meet for coffee. He said, I can come to your house. I can come to your house.
That's a good question.
I don't like that. That's a red light.
Molly said, was he pretending to be someone else or was he just homeless?
Yeah, out there.
Well, he was pretending to be someone else.
Drive you around and you have a home.
He was pretending to be a man. His whole persona was a lie. He was pretending everything, and that's how he came to me, you know. And I was like, sir, I didn't sign up for this. I'm not.
But let me ask, when was this? Because I know her screen froze for a second, but I'm wondering when it was because I'm like, there's no reason why somebody can't press the camera button and just show you, hey, I got a roof, you know.
Right?
I was like, what you talking about, Willis?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh no. And I stopped making this mistake when guys ask you, who do you live with? A red flag go up too. Because I'm like,
yeah, that lets you know they don't have their own.
I'm just getting to know you. Why you want to know who I live with? You know, like you can say, do you stay at home? And then when you say, do you live with your parents? No, I don't. You know, you just stay at home. And that's another, you know, when they start getting catfish and they, you know,
Molly said,
there you go. Here, Molly's got a good point.
Molly said that's not catfishing because you can see the person and you know the person. You know the person. He just lied about being broke because women don't talk to broke men these days.
I didn't care about him being broke or nothing like that, but he scared me because he kept saying, I want to come over. I want to come, you know, and I'm like
pushing. He was pushing. He was pushing.
You know, and I don't nothing against African men, but
I knew you was gonna say that because it sounded like some WhatsApp shit. It sounded like some green card shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, really.
You wanted to get that.
He was from Nigeria, from the motherland.
You're right.
Oh, no, I was gonna say that in Ghana. Big one of those. I got so bad.
But it's nothing against it because I've dated. I love my African men. I love
this damn shit. What's that?
But he was like, man, yeah, come on, baby, I can cook for you. It was like talking to, you know, his stuff didn't register. And then when Tracy said that this dude was homeless, he was like, well, I'm living in a hotel right now. And he said, where? And Tracy said,
Plenty of fish.
I'm being triggered now. I'm gonna stick up because again, remember, honey, baby, sweetheart. Remember, mommy here was living in a hotel for a couple of weeks. So how about we use in transition now? We're just in transition. Maybe when you're staying at a hotel, like for an extended stay for an extended period of time, I'm just transitioning. I'm just transitioning.
What Tracy told me the dude was looking for a spot.
I don't want to hear nobody say
another man know another man, right?
Saint Tracy saving you then, Reese. Saint Tracy.
And Tracy laughed at me. He was like, "You can tell he homeless, Reese." He said, "What are you doing?" And the guy comes saying, "I got a car. I said, "I got one too."
I don't know how I feel about that.
He was like, "Let me come to your house."
Well, you know what, Trey? You know what, Trey? You know what I want to say? One thing about Saint Tracy. Saint Tracy said he was coming out last night to bar 210, but he was working late and he just lost track of time. Althea, he goes to bed at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right? Why was he working late last night? I thought he had to be up early.
He does. Maybe he took another route. It's like that when you own your own business.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
I'll give Tracy a pass because I tell you one thing. When he come out, him and DA the barber. Where you at, Derek Adair? Derek, I gotta send him the thing. Because I forgot.
Send the barber the link. The barber will pop up for Wellness Wednesday.
Well, maybe they will. So today on Wellness Wednesday, let's get into the topic. We're going to talk about what does it mean when they say early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I'm glad we're having this conversation because you made me rethink a couple of things this morning when you told me what we were going to be talking about.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like time management.
Let's talk about two people when we get back. Robert De Niro and Lionel Richie. Though they are the empowerment of healthy, wealthy, and wise. Even though Robert De Niro is birthing out babies at the age of 79, just had a newborn. Wow! What?
NYC Playboy is on point with that. He said, "For men in transition, quote unquote." That's what made me laugh. I'm not trying to use the word transition to shit. But if I go to his comment, he said that he's I'm gonna go and see what it actually says. But he was saying,
who's in the room before we go to the video? Read them all, Trey. Read them all.
I'm not gonna read them all for time's sake. Because we was kind of keeping up with them as they was going along. But I'll read the video.
Okay.
Yeah, right, so I have a question for something for us to think about. For someone that's like, okay, so transition is not a good word, I guess, to use in 2023 when you're between living spaces. So again, everybody hits those hard times, like where, again, I'm not preaching. I'm just saying, just being a human being here. We all hit those hard times. Sometimes one people have money more than the others. But the question is, when you hit those hard times, what do you do? Like, again, the healthy, wealthy, and wise bit here. You can be healthy and wealthy and wise and not have any money in the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
NYC Playboy said, for men in transition or unemployed, why do we want to date? I can't be with a lady with no money. Yeah, I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not even going to the mall. I don't window shop. You know, catch me walk around trying to see how much that shirt is. I know I can't buy.
That's a double standard because it seemed like a man would accept a woman with no job or no job before a woman would accept a man with no job or no
we
job.
already in a position where we're supposed to be on a certain standard.
Well, sometimes it's not how we start.
Meet the person where they're at.
Sometimes we do have hard times. Look at me. I had hard times. So what if guys would have say, "Oh, because you got ill, you just happened and that happened, and your finances are not the same." No, I'm not totally broke. I'm not totally without, but you're not balling like you was. You can't go out and buy up the bar, treat the dinner, treat the movies like you used to.
But you gotta
my value as a person diminish.
No, but you gotta be always speaking on people from your past, not people. Listen, I would be focused on now, who you're meeting now, that you are the new person that you are. Even though you're not a new person, but the new part of life that you're in, because it don't matter who was before now. Because you speak, anybody who can talk about what you used to do used to be there. So anybody in the future don't know that. So you got a clean slate every time you meet somebody new.
Yeah,
I like that, Trey.
Yes.
I like that.
And I'm also going to say, like, live in present moment, present tense. And again, I don't want to talk about intimate relationships between men and women. I want to talk about relationships between human beings. And Althea, as my friend, again, I know your situation. You know my situation. I'm just saying. I love you. You're my friend. And again, I'm at a point right now where emotionally I need somebody like Althea in my life. Okay? I need someone like Althea Trey in my life. Emotionally, hang on. You're making me healthy, wealthy, and wise. Because emotionally right now, I'm a little, hate to use it, Althea, I'm a little crippled. Emotionally, I'm a little stunted right now. So having people in my life, like, again, Althea, you may not be able to be rolling like Elon Musk, but you provide me with something that he may not be able to provide. You know, I don't really give a crap about the money, dollar bills, y'all. Because for me right now, money is how I got into the problems that I have. Money is actually, for me, not a good thing. It's just a necessary evil. It's the end to the mean. You know what I mean? So again, I would say, again, that's why I love it. I was bickering with you earlier before we came on camera about being wealthy. I'm like, you're prosperous. No, Althea, maybe you hit the nail on something. Maybe this is a good conversation we're having today. Wealth is all in the eye of the beholder, just like art. Right?
I feel that. But Molly was saying that he said you wouldn't want to date a man that's transitioning, but women would want to be accepted if they were in the transition.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Well, exactly. This is maybe it should work both ways. Maybe, again, meeting people where they're at, accepting them for who they are. You know, being somebody's friends in the beginning is a good thing.
Well, I want people to start actually dating.
Yeah,
and courting, and then that'll tell you a lot about the other person. But we got about 30 minutes if y'all want to start to touch on what we're talking about for Wellness Wednesday, because we do have about 30 minutes left.
Yes, okay, let's go to the video so we come back.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. You're fine.
And this is quote 117. Today we have another one by Benjamin Franklin. Again, he has many good quotes. This is one a lot of people have heard before. Let's look at the quote. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, let's look at the note here. This quote by Ben Franklin has actually become a famous saying in English. If you ask the average person, they probably heard this. Most people could probably recite this. You know, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't know if everybody knows it's a quote by Ben Franklin. I would probably think that if you ask most people, they might not be able to answer that question. But again, let's look at the note. It basically means that if you get enough sleep, It should keep your mind clear and alert and your body in better health. Yeah, this part is probably definitely true. It probably also suggests clean living and avoidance of drinking alcohol and wild behavior. Yeah, in Ben Franklin's day, that would have been something. Maybe people would stay up late, like at a saloon or a bar or something like that. He didn't have as many temptations today. I don't know if drugs were a big problem back then. And I also wonder if the internet was around, whether he would still say the same thing. I think today a lot of people lose sleep due to the internet. A lot of people stay up late on the internet. So, but still, we do know. I did remember reading somewhere that it is probably good to sleep between like the hours of like 12 or 3 or 4 in the morning. You should try to do that. I don't know, something about the rotation of the earth or something like that. But anyway, let's continue here. If you do this, you will certainly have more advantages that hopefully could lead to wealth. Yeah, I mean, out of all the things they say here, probably the one that's least guaranteed is becoming wealthy. But if you really, if you're healthy enough, you could probably avoid medical bills, and you got enough rest. These could give you advantages that maybe could lead to this. So anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
Okay.
As cousin Shirley did last night out there, all I'm gonna do is
Cousin Cheryl.
Cheryl. Sorry, well, Shirley and Shirley makes our tacos. Cousin Cheryl.
See, and I like that because healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? And everybody takes away that part, healthy, wealthy, and wise. But it's the early to bed part and early to rise. That's where your jewels and the riches is stored. So basically, they're saying if you get enough sleep and enough rest, that will help keep your body intact and healthy, and the wisdom to keep your brain not foggy. Now, you know how we grow up, wake up foggy and unclear. We get enough rest, we could think clearly. Our brain wouldn't be that brain fog, and we wouldn't be so stressed out because you got a good night's rest. How good, invigorating is it when you wake up in the morning after you slept a long time and you just wake up and go, after you stretch, that body most of the time feel good when you breathing that air in. That feels good versus you only getting a few hours of sleep, like 4 to 6 hours. You wake up, when you wake up after a long sleep, it's a difference. It's like, wow, I needed that rest. And that's so your body can heal. So repair whatever damage you've done to it during the days, the weeks, or whatever. It heals itself at night. The body is a wonderful organ or machine. It's a machine. It's a beautiful machine. The way it takes care of itself, the way it fights and protects itself. Ooh, it's just amazing. So with that being said, the healthy, the wealthy, the wise. Because when you are wise, you make good decisions. What could cause you to have wealth? And there's different types of wealth. Yep. There's wealth of love, wealth of it's different types. Would you guys agree?
You know what? You blew my mind with this one. And if this is a topic, I don't know who came up with this morning, because I know it wasn't me. But you know what? It's me. It's Mental Health Month. So low key is Benjamin Franklin telling us, if you do not have your mental health, you will not be wealthy. Your mental health makes you wealthy and wise.
You know, they said health is wealth. Your health is wealth.
But without what? Without your mind. Come on out there. You have a beautiful mind. You know this. Your mental health can propel your body into physical wellness, right?
What do you think,
Trey? What do you think, Trey? Come on.
Well, if you're asking the original question, which is what I think about what we just watched, I think he's saying, what I took from it is a couple things. I took away discipline. I took away time management, knowing when to something just was saying to me like knowing when to hold and fold. Meaning when it's things that you want to do. I'm sorry, y'all looking all up my news. When it's things that you want to, when it's things that you want to do in life that you have to sacrifice, and this is actually what I can tell to myself personally. When you want to do certain things, but you have work or you have goals that are in place that you can't shy away from, so you have to sacrifice some of the things that that you want for the things that you're trying to get. So that's what I heard: the sacrifice, discipline, time management. Don't want to hold or fold. That's what I heard out of the equation. But what was the question? What were y'all asking me about? I responded to what I felt about the video, but what were y'all asking me my opinion about?
I was asking you your opinion about the video. Then Michelle went off and she had asked another question, and I said, "Well, what do you think?" She was asking about. Tell them, Michelle, about your mental.
Well, I mean, look, for me right now, and a few things like what I've been going through out there, and again, I'm not going to hide it. I may have had a little bit of a mental manic episode that was triggered by me drinking. I may have, professionally, I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm able to be one of those people where I heard somebody say I put the mask on to go into work. Like my focus, like when I'm focused on anything else by myself, I'm good. But again, it comes at a cost. So again, I got triggered where I almost backslid and lost everything because without my mental clarity, which is, again, for me, I'm truly allergic to alcohol. It is not good for me. And then that goes down. It starts a domino effect for me that my mental health, as you saw at the slipped and I started to lose things. So it depends on where you are in life. So again, like you said, I was thinking wealth initially when you said that, like money, but then, the light went off and I'm like, oh, it's our beautiful minds. It's our beautiful minds that if we don't rest them and take care of them and nurture them and love them, early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. They are Benjamin Franklin.
Right.
A human.
Right.
Why is it always got to be the man? Why is it always got to be the man? Early the bed. It's the human.
When they say man, they don't mean.
I know
they mean mankind.
Yes, mankind.
Humankind. They mean humans. Why do we? Let me ask you guys this question. I know you may not know the answer, and you may not even know the person that know the person that know the person that know the answer, right? But why do we feel the need to change words, and change meaning? Like give a word a new meaning. I have two words that I want to introduce to the Webster Dictionary.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
this. If they can introduce glizzy to the dictionary, I'm going to introduce blignant.
Which one?
Blignant.
What's blignant?
Ignorant black shit.
Jay got it. See, it cut you on already. It speaks for itself.
What?
Blignant. Oh, he blignant. She blignant. Michelle blignant right now. Michelle blignant.
It's possible.
Blignant.
Yeah, blignant. Makes sense to me.
Black so that means what now? Down for me?
What he said, black ignorance.
Black ignorance.
Instead of saying that N-word shit, that you
DJ
can't
Slicky
say
said we all need to bench.
Say blignant.
DJ Slicky said we all need to bench today. Molly said, "What is early? What time should we go to bed?"
Well, it depends. I mean, what do you say? What the human brain needs? 7 to 8 hours of sleep, rest.
That's not everybody.
That's not everyone now, too.
I guess it means whatever because you can work the night shift and go on to bed. Different times is early for different people. Yeah. So I guess what they mean, enough time to get them hours in. But I got another question I want to pose to you guys.
Okay.
Time restraint. Trey mentioned time restraint. That is very, very important because if you think about it, we don't have enough hours in the day to do what we need to do. If we got to sleep for 8 hours, you gotta work for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Then the other 8 hours, if you have a family, it's spent time going back and forth to work, cleaning, cooking, and taking care of your family. There's not enough time to balance that evenly. 8 hours is a lot of hours to be working. We're the only country that have a 40-hour work week. Other countries, other thriving countries over there in Europe and Spain,
23 hours a week.
and all of that.
25 hours at the most is considered to be like 25 hours, 23 hours. I read about that.
What country?
They take us to Esther, honey. They take.
I didn't know
they
you
work.
can bring it up, but I'll show you the facts
You know,
next time.
Yeah, that's real.
I am see Michelle. She gets no sleep at all. That's not good.
Yeah, because she always on the job. As a mom,
Sure.
you always on the job. So, like,
Yeah, well,
I commend those that are parents. So, for all those young parents, or parents in general that still are raising kids that need your assistance, need your guidance and your help, I commend y'all. So, shout out to Michelle for that one because,
seriously, but she's falling asleep in the doctor's office.
She's someone that is blessed with multiple means of, the ability to make income through multiple means.
Right.
But and has so much potential, but I can see how, as an outsider, how she might not have as much time as she would like to be able to. So I see that.
It comes with the cost, Trey. I mean, there are blessings that we're able, like Michelle is blessed to have these many outlets for her to generate money. But baby, honey, lovey, if you're not, if you are your source of income, if you are your business, in my opinion, again, I might have suffered for this. You got to rest. You are how you're generating income. If creatively, okay, I saw the Rick Rubin thing, Shangri-La. Creatively, if you are pushing yourself constantly where you're going, and you're putting your energies, right? Your energies, your creativities out into the world. I am Chi Michelle. What are you doing to recharging yourself? What are you doing to recharge your creativity? How do you get joy back in your heart so that you can create the art that you love? Does that make sense? Am I speaking?
Yes.
Am I speaking too weirdly? Because again,
No.
you got to think everything takes time and energy, and people give away pieces of themselves. I sound like my therapist, to other people each day without even realizing it. Unknowingly, especially if you're a giver, if you're a lover, if you're a healer, if you're a fighter, you're punching it away. You know what I mean? But we are all, again, you put out yourself in the world, Trey. I do, So again, as people, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're constantly running and you're not getting back that restful, mindful energy as a creative person, as a divine being, don't you think eventually that light may burnt out, may start to like shine a little less bright at some point? Could start to dim? I don't know.
It may be.
I'm not gonna say names, but Jesus. Oh, sorry, I was choking. Allergies.
Okay, now let's talk about the healthy part. Now, like I said, I mentioned Robert De Niro having a newborn at the age of 79, and they're saying Lionel Richie is 73 years old, and he still got that young looking face, and he said that he has no surgery. He said he would never do surgery. Come on, Lionel. Let me tell y'all something. Black don't crack, but it sure as hell will stretch.
Well,
it won't crack, but that bitch is stretch.
And it crack when you smoke it.
Oh, did he smoke? What was he smoking? Was he smoking? Was he? But not both.
Look, Lionel Richie.
No, give me food. I didn't say he was smoking crack. I'm saying crack. Black cracks when you smoke it. When you do drugs, black still crack.
Saying that Lionel Richie have never had nothing. Allegedly, to me, it looked like he had some work. And right up there with Smokey Robinson. And Smokey will tell you he had some work.
Oh, tight around the eye.
You want to know if a person had work, look at their neck.
Yes.
Everybody concentrate on the face.
No,
if
baby.
That neck is rubbery and wrinkly, you had some work done to your face.
No, but you know what gives it away too? You know what gives it away?
Your face.
Racy. It's the hands. The hands.
No, you can't tell by the hands because my hands are
No,
older.
women, we can get our neck and our face fixed, but remember, our hands shrivel up too eventually. I've seen.
You get your hands rejuvenated.
Before time.
Oh, why? This is too much. The hands now,
because
everything.
of carpal tunnel and all that
The
other
rejuvenation.
stuff. Your hand
Everything's
could
to be rejuvenated.
shriveled up.
Too much.
Shriveled up at a different time. Your hand could be, you know.
What's so wrong with aging, though? Honestly.
Nothing, because we all gonna do it, and people are scared of what they don't understand, and people are just scared of dying because dying and getting old is related. Remember yesterday we had a conversation about if you live a lot of living, you die quick. Remember that song? They say you live fast and die.
Live fast, die young.
No, but it was a certain phrase. We were in the car. Y'all remember yesterday?
Yeah, I remember. I don't know.
The more you live, the more you die. The more you live, the faster you will die.
Was I in the car?
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, we said the more you live, the faster you will die. Because you were like, not necessary. You was the ones that, nah. We was listening to Don't Turn Around.
DJ Slicky was saying, DJ Slicky was saying, be who you are. And then Michelle was saying, what did she say? I'm sorry. I done missed it.
What did Michelle say?
I gotta go back to it.
He looks like he had Botox.
Go back to the Playboy stuff. New York Playboy. What was he saying earlier?
Did he pop on again?
How you didn't even notice his message earlier and then you messaged it? You noticed it after. Hold on real quick.
I remember you said.
Let me see. Because you said earlier, I'm not sure how far earlier you said. That was about transition. I listened to
what the man said. When I got a man coming in and Malik Bey is in the house, Slicky Woo Boo is in the house, I listened to my men.
When the men come in,
but he didn't say anything else. That was about transitioning. That was about a man's transitioning. Yeah, that was a while ago. That's why I didn't know what you was talking about.
Oh, okay. We passed that transition part.
Yeah.
We ain't giving nobody a chance.
Do we have any other videos for today?
Men or women? No, that was it. But you know what? I want to take the time to say happy anniversary to Rico Jerome, Mr. Leander, Mr. Wisdom Inc., Mr. All of that. That is our anniversary because he came onto the Morning Mac show when we was in the studio, and I did share the video with the plug. And if y'all wondering what was that video, that was me giving Rico his first interview on my show, on my platform.
Wow.
You know, and that was right after the Tom O. When I was did an interview with the Tom O show when my book came out. So that was after that. And I just want to thank Molly and Tom O for when my book first came out, they did the interview Wednesday night. It was a Wednesday night. I never forget it. And I'm like, do I look okay? I didn't know nothing about nothing. We were on the thing, and I think that was my first interview. No. That was my first interview with the book because shortly thereafter I had a book signing. That was even before my book signing, and that was the 19th, 2022, April the 19th. And thank you, Molly. Thank you, Tomo, and thank you, Fishbone. And they came out. They totally surprised me, and I want to thank them as well. You know, see, being around positive people and influence like Trey and Michelle will also keep you wealthy and wise and good love and good friends, because your good friends not going to gaslight you, and they're not going to let you go out there looking like a fool, because that's a representation of them. Trey, if he gonna call me Ma, he ain't gonna let me half step. If he gonna call me Ma, he ain't gonna let nobody mess with me. If he gonna call me Ma, that means he gonna look out for me. And that's how I look at it. You know, it's not by blood but by love. And that's the family around me. My brothers, my sisters, and my children.
I'm your sister. Okay, good. I'm not one of your children. Never mind.
You're my sister.
I'm your sister. I know that. But yeah, I love listening to your stories and watching you light up about how happy you are doing these things. And you get all excited. I like watching you talk through it. You're like, oh yeah, it was my first interview. No, wait.
Well, if you don't mind me doing something, I think this would actually be good. It was just a definition to spin off of the video that you played earlier. So the word is sacrifice. And the official definition of sacrifice is an act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or more worthy. So when we were watching the video and I said something about, and I mentioned sacrifice and what I took from it, you got to put your energy where it needs to go.
Yes.
Evaluate your situation and make sacrifices. Give up what you think may be beneficial or whatever, or may have some type of gain to it for something that potentially at the moment might not have as much gain, but actually will get you where you need to be. Sacrifice. Put your energy where it needs to go. Give up the things that don't really serve you, and to get to what is going to put you where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I think we should definitely focus on is sacrifice. Like I said from the video, I heard time management, I heard sacrifice and knowing when to hold and fold. Everything is not right for you. Let's stop getting immersed in everything. We're talking about wellness. Let's sacrifice what's comfortable for what's going to get us where we want to be. I think we should do.
Sacrificing what's comfortable, giving up. See, that's it. So many people get complacent and get caught, and they don't want to give up nothing. They don't want to sacrifice nothing. But it's like sometimes I want to say you got to, in order to move forward, something got to give.
Yes.
Well, the only way, at least for me, and again, this is over, Jesus, this is since like 2015, 2016. Every time I've gotten uncomfortable, that's when change has happened, and that's when I've grown for the better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And again, one thing that I was doing during my first part of recovery, I was worried about getting complacent. I was worried about getting too comfortable, because when that was happening to me, then I was sitting there like, oh, I'm good. I'm not drinking. Instead of going to a meeting every day, I'll go 3 times a week, And again, it does take discipline. Yeah. It does take being mindful, and it takes accepting where you are and where you want to be. Okay. So that's the kind of the thing you have to accept where you are, because this is what I always loved about my sponsor, where she would jab at me and she's like, Michelle, up until this point, you thought your best ideas got you here. How's that working out for you? How are all those best ideas working out for you? Maybe you want to start doing the opposite of what you think your best idea is. And generally, when I had an opposite of my best idea, it was something that was uncomfortable and hard. Like something that I had to take a risk doing. Because again, my best idea was leading me down a path where, I'll get it done, but I'm going to be done at my pace, being comfortable. And again, when you think you have control and you're doing stuff at your pace, even when you're not ready, what's life going to tell you? What's the universe going to tell you?
Right. Is there a time, Ron, that you had to give up something, or you had to just say, you know what, this isn't it? It don't matter what it's pertaining. It could be a car that you wanted, or it could be, your favorite T-shirt. It could be a TV show or a drink or whatever. Is it something that you had to give up where you like, you know what? No, this is not it. Because everybody gets tired of being tired is when the change comes. Yes. That had to be my testimony is changing, not because something went left, but because I know that I need to do it. So is there anything that you
Many, many, many times I had to do that. And being a mother makes you do that even more so, because I've sacrificed everything in my life for my child and my children. I even had to say goodbye to people that been in my life, it felt like forever. But if that energy or that whatever is not good, I have to cut it loose. Saying goodbye to something or sidestepping something or not getting something, it's hard. But we have to do it.
Hi, Alan. Yeah.
We have to
I'm
do it.
listening to what you're saying. No, I'm listening to what you're saying. I was just saying hi to Alan because I seen him pop in.
I would sacrifice even going to eat, make sure my child and stuff would eat. I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed anything that I wanted to do first, or like something happened. I grew up without a lot of stuff until I got old enough to try to get it myself.
Yep.
And even then, when I was getting it myself, it was a lot of obstacles jumping in the way of just you driving. You would think if she's on a good path, if she's on the right path, why these hurdles and stuff keep coming up and everything. And sometimes you have to sacrifice your so-called friends, even your family. You have to sometimes cut them loose if they not, and that could hurt. So you can have clarity, a clear mind. So you know, so sacrifice brings tears to my eyes when I look back to see what I gave up, because or sometimes people sacrifice me.
Oh yeah. But look, hang on. But I wouldn't look at it that way.
They
Remember,
sacrificed me and took something from me.
Flip it.
It was like
flip it though.
So I've sacrificed, and I've been the sacrificial lamb, one that had to suffer through because of somebody else.
When you look at you've been on a great
sacrifice hold a lot of power, baby.
Right. And your journey, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm listening to you. And your journey. Sometimes the universe, and that's what I've been doing, a lot of self-reflection, and I've been looking in the mirror a lot at myself. And instead of now looking at these things as obstacles, this is the universe seeing the potential that we have. And these are not obstacles. These are catalysts that pushes you to be that next do better person that you want to be out. Reese, that's what I've seen with you, you know? And again, when you look at, when you say sacrifice, when you say obstacles, my therapist is trying to teach me to be more positive. Okay. So I'm looking at this now as blessings, because it all comes down to some people are in your life for a reason. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life for a lesson, and some are in your life for all three. You know, some people get lucky when they're in your life for all three. But again, when you have obstacles, when you see sacrifices, when you think somebody's sacrificing you out there, that's actually the universe lovingly giving you a blessing that person, again, they've stepped away. You know, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, if it was meant to be, if not, it's gone. Sometimes the universe forces things on us that we're too scared to accept. So that feels painful. It feels like a sacrifice. But when we've seen the signs, when we know the writing is on the wall right there, but, you know, we're sacrificing our feelings and emotions because we want things to work out. We want to be positive, right?
Some of these,
we got some good ones. Comments before we go read some of these. Hey,
Alan said bless up if you want to start from that one.
DJ Slicky Woo Boo, I'm a little bit above that because it's the first, just want to comment above that one. I think we read it already, but DJ Slicky Woo Boo said be who you are, and that applies to whatever it is. You know, that applies to anything. Alan, I'm glad Alan touched in. Alan always is in the comments saying stuff, giving us stuff to respond to. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Alan. Alan said, bless up. He said, you got to be able to look yourself in the damn mirror and face your inner faults and demons. Some folks avoid the mirror. Because people don't want to know who the hell, you know, they don't want to look at themselves. Alan said, if you fix yourself, it allows you to know what is necessary to have and go without. That part, that's the evaluating thing. That's the sacrifice part. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. He said, I learned that through losing things, being evicted, losing a job, etc. But through it all, I had my family, and that's what I cherish. The ones that rode through the storm. Yeah, because if you wasn't with me and see me on my lows, and you ain't gonna see me on my highs. Fuck the bridge. Fuck the bridge. One, burn if you can swim.
That was Butterman, Reese. That was Butterman.
He said, "Fuck the bridge."
Fuck the bridge. Fuck the bridge. One, burn if you can swim.
Burn if you can swim.
Burn if you can swim. Alan said, talk that shit, cuz I've been the black sheep because I'm who I am. I lost my closest friends. I lost my family because they wanted me to be the type, a certain type of way. I try to compromise, but it's not enough, so I fell back. Yeah, exactly. I just got out of that over the last 2 years. Just got out of that, for living that from like birth to about 2 years ago. I just got away from all of those shackles and those weights that held me down. I know that we're at our hour mark, so I would like to shout out our sponsor, Miss Reese. You can do that.
Miss Misha Merritt is our sponsor, but don't let her be alone, y'all. Don't let her be our only sponsor. if you guys want to just give a charitable donation to the Morning Mac Show to help us do what we do and help us to be able to maintain and keep coming to you, be a blessing to us so we can continue to be a blessing to you. That would be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Molly will have the Cash App at the bottom. You can contact for sponsorship. You can contact myself or Molly Mall for sponsorship, and we'll get you, set up. And look, I know y'all people out there need some tax write-offs and tax, the one with the money. So why not donate?
No, my thing is money helps regardless. Money helps with any situation that you're trying to push forward. But I would like to focus on the engagement as well. I love the people that like Alan, DJ Slicky Woo Boo, NYC Playboy, Louisa, Miss Cassandra. I'm sorry for those I can't remember off the top of my head, but those just the 5 or 6 that I remember that.
Cassandra,
Kim coming in there.
Latrice,
Malik, all of them. That's what Malik. I'm sorry, Malik and Latrice. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to focus on the engagement. So I wanted to encourage us to have more conversation with one another. Even if you want to send us topics, you want to say things to whether it be Molly or Athea or Miss. I'm sorry, I don't call you Athea, but Reese or
myself, back and forth.
And sending topics and sending discussions to have us play off of y'all and bounce back and bounce. I want to keep engagement going. Before we focus on money, before we focus on donation, y'all need to know what the hell y'all donating for. Y'all know what the mission is, but you know what the addition to the mission is with your Shades of Blue. So she can talk to you about that. She can shout her book out. Who's the author of that book?
Who is that? AM Morning?
AM Morning, that is me. I am AM Morning. And this is Shades of Blue.
Morning. What is AM Morning? What does that stand for? AM means what?
For Althea McFarlane Grand Rising. Because because this book is a fictional book, but it's based on factual things, and it's about somebody coming out of the darkness. AM Morning was a person emerging out of the darkness, and then the sunlight the next day.
Well, I know.
Trouble don't last always, honey.
I know, but I want to hear you say your name. When I see anything go by with Shades of Blue on, I want to see your face. I want to see your name. So your face and your name is attached to your brand. This is your show. So actually, I want to thank you again for allowing me to be your co-host, allowing me on your show on this platform. Before we get off of here, because we're at a 103 mark, I want to read one of the comments I seen Alan say about his personality. He said, well, donate it when my EBT hit. It's like, nah. He said, hey, can I donate when my EBT hit?
Give me some food. Like snacks.
Ernest said that was a smooth intro. Have a good day, people. I think he was saying Trey. Intro Trey, have a good day, people. Coyote Man, the key said, stay on your purpose and qualify yourself for positions that await you and keep becoming a better you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I want to do is maximize for real. Alan said, I'm a little extra. I'm a little loud, but I'm genuine and I'm true. I'm a Leo. I roar. He said, I light up a room when I enter. Folks hate that. They want to dim your light, but I shine. Get glasses or get gone. and I have always been that way. Creative, funny. Ask Reese. I used to do comedy at picnics. That's somebody that got some personality when you somewhere that you doing it for the people.
But that's what we do at our family function.
Exactly. It ain't even no thing. I'm gonna get on my first one when I get off of this show, but I'm trying to keep it professional, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm laughing that Alan had to include that he was a little extra. He's already been on the show. We all know that already.
That depends on what you consider to be extra.
Because there's a lot of different levels. Is extra.
I don't consider him to be extra. I think that's energy that we need, because what we're trying to do is get more people like Alan, like Monique, like Miss Cassandra, like Miss Kim coming in, like NYC Playboy. We're trying to get more of those people in here. So we're going to, every once in a while, we already have it rolling across the screen that it says donate. There's nothing wrong with shouting that out, even maybe turning the color green just so everybody can see, that it's related to a donation or money or something like that. But I want to focus on engagement. So if anybody, will enjoy the show, and anybody you think that would enjoy coming on or watching the show, just being in the comments with you as a friend, I think that's the best thing to do. So let's work on, as we go along, let's work on getting more people to actually tune in to the Morning Max show so we can do things like boost our places that we go to. For instance, Bar 210 when we do things like that.
We start boosting things. I'm going to need a driver.
Yeah, I want to grow it big. I want the show to grow big. I want it to be big as the Rona. Let it circulate.
I'm sorry.
Let it get infectious.
I didn't think he was going. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to compare that to the Rona.
But it was around all through the country, through the world.
Yeah, so, but I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want nobody out of it because so trying to come back to reality.
It happens.
Yeah, but
Disney did say it's a small world after all, so I'm not surprised about it.
We're at 106 months. I don't really want to take up too much time. Y'all see Reese's Cash App name up there. REESETYRE at Cash App. That's a little $1, $2, doesn't matter what it is. That goes toward her funding, her making her moves. Camera
put the donation part in there. Write it on there. So if you need a receipt, we can make sure you get a receipt. If you put donate, it's that little box that says what's it for.
Yeah, so you can just put a microphone up there. Put a microphone icon or some earphone icons. I usually use that for statuses and stuff a lot, or headphones or something related to it, and she'll know what it's for. But I want to focus on engagement. So those that are popping in the comments, if you have just one person that that would like to watch it every once in a while, y'all know what Monday through Friday is. Mom, before we get off, can you tell them what Monday through Friday is as far as the subjects for each day?
Okay, yes, I can. Monday is Monday Madness. That's where we come on and we rant and we rave about what's going on in the world, in our life, your life, anything you want to blow up, okay? Or discuss or bring to the forefront. That's why it's madness. Tuesday is Turn Up Tuesday. Yay. It's Turn Up Tuesday. That's when we turn up and we party. And we party because on Tuesdays, we at Bar 210, and there's taco, tequilas, tomfoolery, and titties.
That's right, Judge.
That's a new addition to it. Yeah.
If you want to come down there and cut up with us, you are more than welcome. Okay. And Wednesday is what we're talking about today. Wellness Wednesday. We try to give you something you could grow on, something you think about, something you could apply to your daily life, something that could be applicable somewhere. We try to give you something that you can use on Wednesday. Okay. Thursday that's when we tell our stories on Thursdays. That's Tall Tale Thursdays. It could be real, it could be false, but that's when we get those stories that you be like, damn, that happened. Or you could be like, yeah, that happened.
I felt like that this morning when you told me Robert De Niro's having a baby at 79.
And what's Friday?
Hey, Friday is Freaky Friday. That's when all y'all freaking links come out. What do you say? Freaking link.
Yeah, all them nasty people. Them comments really be jumping on a Friday.
Damn. Keon. Alan.
You might go ahead and cue up that music for real. We can go ahead and slide out of this joint. We done made our announcement to the
one more announcement, y'all.
May you got one more.
I'm going to be performing. You get to see me cut up, and you don't never know when I'm going to pull out the girls. Come down to Cuts Comedies and Cuts Girls. That's in Bryant's Road as well. Look at that fly, y'all. I'll be up there cutting up. I'm going to drop the mic because I'm going to represent for the plug because we got to get that plug love out. Trey, tell them what the plug is. Give the plug love.
And you can tell them what the plug is?
I mean, what we do with the represent, when I say I'm a represent for the plug, I'm representing for the group of people that I network with on the side. A group of business-minded like people. And we got to
Yeah, I hear the music rolling up. Well, we do have an event. I'll be quick. We do have an event that's popping up on June 24th. This will be in Richmond Highway in Alexandria, Virginia. For Springs. That's going to be Reverend Kenneth Clark, Reese, me. We all have vendor tables. Miss Michelle Pucciarelli is definitely going to be along. Her schedule allows it to be. It's going to be a great thing for the community. We're going to have moon bouncers. We're going to have cotton candy, stage performances, rappers. We have 2 different bands. We have acts in between, so it's going to be great. Shout out to the sponsor. Thank you again. For those that comment are always in the comments, please share it with one person, just one, just to get it going. With one person you think would like to watch the show and catch us Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 10:30 to 11:30.
I wish you could be here to
See y'all tomorrow.
Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path. I had to rewind.
And then the state time when you get out of here, Michelle.
I got anything to say to them? Just relax and work. Don't worry, be happy today. We're going to be killing it at
Stay in the back. I want a quick second when we get on.